I didn't expect anything unusual that afternoon. I'd simply picked up his laundry from the shop on my way home, the plastic wrap crackling softly as I carried it inside. It felt like any other day, ordinary, quiet, predictable in the way long relationships tend to become. I set the bundle on the bed and began removing the pins, smoothing each shirt the way I always did, never questioning the routine. But then a small piece of paper slipped from between his freshly pressed clothes, a folded letter, sealed but worn at the edges, as if handled more times than it should have been. At first I thought it was a receipt or a note from the laundry shop, but the moment I picked it up, something in my chest tightened. Receipts don't smell faintly of cologne. Receipts aren't sealed like secrets. My fingers hesitated as I turned it over. My name wasn't on the envelope. In fact, nothing was written on it at all. It was just there, hidden, waiting. A strange stillness settled around me, the kind that makes you suddenly aware of your own heartbeat. I shouldn't have opened it. Part of me knew that. But another part, the part that had quietly noticed his late nights, his distraction, the way he seemed to guard his phone, knew this wasn't an accident. I broke the seal slowly. Inside was a letter in his handwriting, but the words were not meant for me, and in that moment the room felt colder. The neatly folded laundry didn't look clean anymore. It looked like the beginning of a truth I wasn't prepared to face. I set the letter on the table, but my eyes kept drifting back to it, those uneven folds, the way the ink had smudged at one corner. It felt strange, almost unreal, to see my name written in his handwriting, but never spoken aloud to me. I kept wondering how long it had been sitting there in the pocket, hidden beneath shirts and undone promises. All day, the words echoed in my mind. I should have told you this sooner. What was he afraid of? What stopped him from giving it to me? Every little memory with him suddenly felt different, shaded with a softness I never fully saw. The smiles, the quiet moments, the evenings he looked like he wanted to say something but didn't. Now they all made sense in a way that hurt more than comforted. I refolded a stack of shirts, trying to calm my thoughts, but even the fabric felt wrong in my hands, as if the truth had settled into the threads, reminding me of something unfinished, something he had struggled to say. The weight of the unsent letter pulled at me, whispering questions I wasn't ready to answer. Why hide something so gentle? Why bury words meant for me? And most of all, what was he waiting for? That evening, I sat with the letter on my lap, its creases soft from how many times I'd opened and closed it. I kept reading the same line over and over again, not because I didn't understand it, but because I didn't understand him anymore. The handwriting was his, the feelings, they should have been mine. But the date at the top told a different story. A day he'd come home distant, quiet, claiming he was just tired. When he finally walked through the door that night, he didn't notice the letter in my hand. He didn't notice the expression on my face. He just tossed his keys on the table like everything was normal. For a moment, I studied him, realizing how many small changes I had ignored. The late nights, the rushed explanations, the way he looked past me instead of at me. I placed the letter gently on the table between us. His eyes froze when he saw it. There was a subtle shift in his posture, like a man bracing for a storm he knew he had created. He didn't reach for it. He didn't deny it. He didn't try to smile his way out of it this time. We stood in silence, the weight of words he never gave me filling the room. Not anger, not shouting, just the quiet truth sitting there, exposed at last. I realized then that betrayal doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it falls out of a laundry basket, hidden in the clothes you trusted your whole life with. And as he finally lowered his gaze, I knew some letters aren't written to be sent, they're written to reveal who someone truly is.